What's going on, everybody? Ruskin here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today's top 5 is actually going to be the top 5 training spots in all of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I will point out up front that this is a personal opinion top 5 list, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So coming in at number 5 on our list is going to be the Courtyard on Dryzendrock. This is the courtyard closest to the death ray, closest to the computer room or the church, however you want to phrase it. But the reason this is coming in at only number 5 on our list is because, as you're going to see on screen right here, when I go to make this turn to come back around, both to the left and to the right are 2 pinch points where the zombies can easily, kind of pinch you, trap you in, and corner you, and you're trapped. And in that situation, there's no way to get out of it. There's no exit point. Additionally, there are infinitely, better training spots, even just within this single map, Dryzendrock, than the Courtyard strategy. I could train in the Undercroft or the Pyramid Room. I could train down at the Rocket Pad. I could train on the Death Ray. Hell, I've even been able to train in the Spawn Room, up to round 20, and I think even a little past round 20. And I don't, really go for high rounds and shit. So for those reasons, this is only going to be number 5 on our list. Now, coming in at number 4, this one was a struggle for me to put this low on the list because it's just so widely known. It's just such a good spot. And this is on the map, The Giant, and I don't know if I should say it's Teleporter C or if it's the power station area, but it's just kind of this general area. And while that is kind of combining 2 areas, the train that you run kind of combines both of those areas. And in this area, you can run infinite numbers of different training strategies and different patterns that people have found and used over the years, and new ones are being come up with every single day. As you can see there, I'm running a figure 8 in the Teleporter C room, and I'm able to do that just fine. Alternatively, you could, run up here, jump down off of this ledge, and then get them all trained up, and then run back in. I've seen people do that. I've also seen a figure 8 done in the middle grounds there between the power area and Teleporter C. I've also seen a complete loop or a complete circle utilizing the little staircase that leads up to the teleporter, and you're going to see me do that on screen here in just a second. Also, you can, just train in a circle right here by the power station. So those are just a few. And here's that figure 8 you can run right here is easy. So again, that's just to name a few, and there are plenty more, and depending on, your play style, like I know a lot of guys prefer this method right here, running a circle, and you can see out of the window right there the zombies coming, and they really like that. Myself, I really like the figure 8, but this is just such a great training spot. Literally, you can go as far into the rounds as you want, even without perks. So, for our number 3 spot, if this was Black Ops 1, and if this was really Keynote or Toten, it would absolutely take the number 1 spot, and there'd be no argument, there'd be no question about it. But, because this is not Black Ops 1, and this is not the real Keynote or Toten, this is a remade, whatever. I try not to badmouth it too much, but the fact is with this training spot is the real training spot here is in front of the stage, and that's really odd to me because back in the day, I don't think that in front of the stage was like the most widely or most commonly used training spot. Sure, it was one of them, but I think it was around the entirety of the stage, the actual stage, like the back of the stage. And I think now it's just cluttered up with too much shit, and you can't do that, which is a shame. But what the real shame is all this water on the ground. I'm walking through it right here, right now on the screen, and that water slows you down. If you don't have stamina up, and maybe even super stamina up, which is on this map, that water slows you down, and it causes your sprint duration to be decreased, and can you really kind of jack up the training spot. All of that having been said, this is still a great training spot. But is it as good as the original Keynote or Toten spot? No. Is it as good as the next couple of spots on our list today? No, it's not. However, it is still one of the best training spots in the entirety of Black Ops 3, and for that reason, it's deserving of our number 3 spot on this list today. You know, maybe it's the nostalgia of the real Kino der Toten that makes me not appreciate this as much. Maybe it's just because of the water and the fucking Furies and the fact that they fucked up the stage. I don't know. But there you have it, our number 3 spot, the stage on Kino der Toten, or the Kino der Toten section of the map, Revelations.
If I were to give you
So for our number 2 spot, I have chosen the Death Ray on the map Der Eisendrache. This is the second time Der Eisendrache's making a spot on this list today, and the reason I've chosen the Death Ray is, well, for obvious reasons. It's got a giant death ray on it. That's why it's called the Death Ray, right? The entire training spot itself is a giant trap. It's the only trap that the Panzer, the boss zombie, can't turn off and will trap him, so you can kill him easily. Again, because of that trap, you know, if you need to set the controller down for a minute and take a breather, go take a piss, get something to drink, whatever, the trap's there for you. If you get overrun, the trap's there for you. It has a really fast recharge time. Additionally, there are 4 total points of exit when you're running either a figure 8 or a circle or a loop or whatever. You can see I chose to run down the stairs, but I could have run down the other stairs, I could have run into the building, or I could have taken the Wonder Sphere, which instantly teleports you to a totally different section of the map, being the rocket pad. And so for all of the exit paths that it has, it's going to be that much harder to get stuck. It's very easy to run straight circles or figure 8s, and that's why it's taking our number 2 spot. And coming in at our number 1 spot, if you haven't guessed it by now, man, I guess you haven't played the map, or maybe you don't enjoy it very much. But when Black Ops 3 came out, the only Zombies map that was on the actual disc, you know, with the disc copy of the game, no DLC, no season pass, none of that funky bullshit, was Shadows of Evil. And in Shadows of Evil, there are tons of good training spots in each individual section. But hands down, I think there's no argument about it, really, no matter who you'd ask. The Rift Room, or, you know, the downstairs area, the basement area, the underground area, the subway, I've heard it called all kinds of things. I call it the Rift Room, is hands down the best training spot, not only on this map, but I think in the entirety of Black Ops 3 Zombies. This spot, I got a challenge for you. Play with no perks, play with no pack-a-punch, no shield, no gobblegum, no fancy tricks, and just come down here and train. Literally, you could make it to round 500. And that's the beauty of it, really, is it's how long can you play before you make a mistake. The zombies aren't going to get you, okay? This training spot is completely foolproof to any round. The bottom line is, it's how long can you play before you make a mistake and miss a step, or, you know, turn too soon or too slow or whatever. But that's what makes it, to me, the number 1 training spot in all of Black Ops 3 Zombies. And I don't know, maybe the best training spot ever, because I always thought the best training spot of all time was the stage of Kino der Toten, the real Kino der Toten. But I think this is actually a lot better. And of course, in Black Ops 3 Zombies, you've got the double pack-a-punch, alternate ammo type abilities, you've got, you know, the crazy blast shield, Widow's Wine, you know, all kinds of shit. There's also a trap down here, so that definitely, I think, takes our number 1 training spot in all of Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Go me, I guess.
Hey guys, that is going to be it for the list today for our top 5 training spots in all of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. Like I always say, if you did like the video, be sure and leave a like so that I know. If you've got, you know, an opinion on the video, if you liked it, didn't like it, if you've got ideas for a future video, if you just want to start up a conversation, leave me a comment, man. And of course, as always, if you did like the video and maybe you even commented on it and you haven't already, why not subscribe? It just makes the most amount of sense in the world. But really, what I want to tell you guys real quick before, you know, we end this video is, man, I've been doing these top 5s once a week, every week, for the last year on my channel, and they really don't get very many views. They don't get, you know, it's just not doing very well for me and for my channel. And they take, out of everything that I do, these take the most amount of doing to create, the most amount of time, the most amount of effort, so on and so forth, depending on what kind of gameplay I have to capture. So, you know, I don't know how many more of these I'll do, but if you guys do want to keep seeing them, please support these videos. It means the world to me. So until my next video, I'll see you. Bye.